Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the DC Multiverse Shazam! That's right, my friends. Very special thanks to the folks over at Mattel for sending along their newest DC Multiverse figure. Shazam, of course, is in theaters right now, and we are going to take a look at this brand new action figure. Of course, it comes in the standard window box packaging that we've seen the more recent DC Multiverse figures come in. We've got some great artwork on the front and the side of the box of Zachary Levi as Shazam from the film, and the back has the cross-sell, which shows you the only two figures that Mattel has done for this movie in the Multiverse line, Dr. Savannah and Shazam here. So, let's go ahead and get Captain Sparkle Fingers out of the packaging and get a closer look at him. Alright, here we go. We got Shazam outside of the packaging. We'll go ahead and start with the scale. You can see the figure stands right at about 6.5 inches tall. So he is over 6 inches in height. And he's a very bright, very colorful figure, which is something that I really like. So the red suit is definitely just kind of looks like it's molded in the red plastic there. It does have like a textured detail to it. And then you've got all these gold highlights painted on. Of course, the yellow bolt is very bright there on his chest. But when we come down to the belt here, you can see the gold paint isn't actually on there very good. Look at that. You can see lots of red bleeding through. It's just not a very thick coat of gold, unfortunately. So that is a bit of a shame. It looks a little bit better on the wrist bracers, and the boots are also nice and bright with a nice shiny gold to it. And if we take a look at the back of the figure, we can see Shazam's very unique cape there, kind of like the two-part cape with the hood. Of course, this is all one solid sculpt. It is also non-removable. It is glued to the top of the figure here. And I also have some strange, like, bluish-green scuffs on the back of mine. I have no idea what that would have come from. He came out of the box like that. So, yeah, the paint is a little sloppier on this than I'd like. And it's just kind of basic looking, too. Like, I don't know, something extra to bring out the details of the red would have been really nice. Maybe I'm being a little bit nitpicky on that, but I do definitely wish that this gold was a little more clean, specifically on the belt, because that just looks bad. It just looks like it didn't get painted all the way. Let's go on and talk about the articulation on this guy, because that is something that Mattel has changed up recently on the Multiverse figures, is they've definitely gone for a much more articulated build. So here's what we've got. That head is on a nice joint. You can see it looks like there is a hinge joint up there, so it allows the neck to look up and down. He doesn't look too far up, which will pose a problem if you're going to do flying poses, but it's still a decent range of motion. You can still turn it left and right, kind of roll it all the way around. You do got like ball joints there at the shoulders, so they can go outwards, forwards, and backwards. Swivels at the bicep. You got really nice double joints at the elbow there. You got swivels at the wrist as well as hinge joints at the wrist, so quite a bit of articulation in the arms. You can see the torso's got like a hinge joint that's also ball jointed. This is actually very loose because he's real wobbly on my figure, unfortunately, but you can roll that around as well as move it up and down, so that's a pretty good range of motion there. I just wish it was a little bit tighter. You can also swivel at the waist. You can see it's up a little bit above his belt, so it actually looks like his stomach's kind of cut in half, but you can turn it there. Bit of an awkward cut for the articulation, but it's probably because of the way the belt is sculpted. He does have the ball-like hinge joints at the thighs. Legs can go outwards, forwards, and backwards. You got swivels at the thigh cut. You got double joints at the knees now. There's nothing in the boot cut there, probably again because of the way the boots are sculpted. They're very unique. But then the ankles can go up and down as well as rock side to side. So it's a really good range of articulation. Some of it is a bit looser than I'd like, but it's not too bad. He balances just fine, and you should be able to get some really good poses out of the guy. So I definitely appreciate Mattel upping the articulation game. And one thing I haven't really looked at yet is the face sculpt there. It's an okay likeness to the actor that portrayed the character. You can definitely see it there. The facial features are a little soft, and he's kind of got this smirk on his face. I actually wish he was smiling a little bit more because that was such a big part of the character from the film, but it's a decent head sculpt overall. Now, we don't have any real accessories with this guy as far as weapons or anything, because of course that's not something that you see Shazam use, but he does have a whole bunch of interchangeable hands, which is also something new that Mattel has started doing with these figures. So right out of the box, you'll notice that he's got the closed fists on, which is great for your punching poses or anything like that. If you want to swap them out, both hands can just pop right off by pulling on the hands there, so they're just little peg joints, and you can easily then just pop in the new hands. Now, he also comes with a pair of gripping hands. Honestly, I'm not sure exactly why, unless you just want to pose him with the hands that are slightly more relaxed. It's not like he has any weapons to hold on to. But then we've also got the awesome outstretched flying hands. These are great for your flying poses. Now, the figure doesn't come with a flying stand. That would have been awesome. But if you happen to have a flying stand, it's pretty neat getting this guy posed in different flight poses. And I do appreciate the interchangeable hands. Now, the closed fists still end up being my favorite, even for flying poses. But you know, your mileage may vary. It may be different depending on who you are. And again, I'll never complain about having extra options for swapping parts out and being able to display my figure in different ways. So there you guys go. There is a look at the brand new Shazam action figure based on his appearance in the brand new film from DC Comics. I gotta once again give a very special thanks to the folks at Mattel for sending this guy along so we can get a good look at him outside of the packaging. Overall, he's a decent figure. I definitely have complaints as far as the paint goes, but I do like the articulation and I like the direction that Mattel has moved with the multiverse figures overall. So, Zapped in America here can be found at your local stores right now. I know they're popping up mostly at places like Target. So happy hunting, my friends. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, leave me a comment to let me know what you think, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time.